There have been calls for an urgent national audit after the ABC revealed 13 government agencies, including our court systems, have been caught up in a data scandal involving embattled transcription service VIQ Solutions. The ABC's technology reporter Cameron Wilson has been covering the story.
So the ABC has been reporting on the story for a few months now about how VIQ Solutions, which is a company that has been providing transcription services to 13 government agencies over the last couple of years, and how they had been handling that information. Specifically, we found out that documents that were being handled by VIQ Solutions for the federal courts were not being transcribed and handled in Australia as their contract had said that they were supposed to, but in fact they were being transcribed by subcontractors in India. In estimates last week, the federal court CEO said that they were looking into more than 100 cases that they knew had been affected by this. ABC's reported that there's potentially thousands of cases that have been affected by this. And so, from this initial finding about how this company had been handling this information, VIQ Solutions has gone into administration and is now being wound down, and the federal court has had to find another transcription provider. But importantly, the core issue remains, which is there is still not a lot of information about who had access to potentially very sensitive information and even who was managing access to it, and opening the question about how integrity of that information was protected.
And the Office of the Special Investigator has also been caught up in this. What's been happening?
Yeah, so there's 13 government agencies that had been using VIQ Solutions. They're actually one of the preferred providers, so it was easy for government agencies to go and use them. Government agencies have all kinds of reasons for using transcription services, but as you can probably imagine, a lot of them are quite sensitive, involving court cases and investigations. What was interesting about the OSI, which is doing the investigations into alleged war crimes, is that they actually entered into a contract with this company after our reporting, after this company had gone into administration. Now, they've told us that in the end, they actually haven't received any services from them, so they've kind of played it down. But it was a really shocking finding to see that this very important agency doing some of the most sensitive work had still gone with this provider despite their public record.
And the shadow AG is calling for an audit. Why is there such concern?
The information that this company was handling is some of the most private and sensitive information. War crimes investigations, private medical information, closed court sessions, all sorts of things that really have to be protected and handled very carefully. This company had provided these services to government agencies based on the idea that it was going to do this work in Australia. We've now found out that they were subcontracting some of that transcription work to an Indian company. And now that we know that that door is open, the question is, how wide is that door open and who went through it? Because naturally, not having much trust in this company who has not been cooperating with the federal court, for example, we don't know how that data was handled in India, even by the company itself. And there are questions about, can you be sure who's seen it? And even questions about, is it possible that some of it was altered? So really, to be honest, quite a big mess about something that might not seem super exciting, transcripts, but these documents form the basis of so many important things that governments and courts do, that the fact that they have seemingly bungled this raises some real concerns.
Thanks, Cam.
Thank you.